Hi, my name is Alex, and this is the hardest thing I've ever had to say. This isn't just a story. It's memory. It's pain. It's the kind of truth you don't want to remember, but can't forget. If you've ever lost someone, felt like the world moved on without you, or sat in silence, hoping anyone would just notice you were hurting, then this story is for you. And if it reaches you in any way, please like, share, and subscribe to Annex Survive and Tell. Because sometimes, one voice is enough to remind someone else they're not alone. I was born in Alberta, Canada, a small town surrounded by snowy hills and the kind of quiet that could either heal you or haunt you. My mom, Isabel, was a nurse. My dad, Greg, ran a little auto repair shop. I had a younger sister, Emily, just 8 years old. We weren't rich, but our life was warm. Mom's laughter filled every room. Dad's hands were always greasy, but his heart was pure gold. Emily, she was the soul of our home. Every Sunday, we'd drink cocoa by the fireplace. My mom would braid Emily's hair while humming old French lullabies. My dad, he'd always say, "There's nothing more precious than this moment. If only I had known how fast it would all disappear." It was a Friday in late November. Snow had started falling, and we were excited for the first real snowfall of the year. Mom was late coming home from work, but that wasn't unusual during flu season. Then, the phone rang. Dad answered. I saw the color drain from his face. He said just 5 words. "There's been an accident. It's Mom." We rushed to the hospital. The drive felt like a blur, snow hitting the windshield like 1,000 tiny fists. In the emergency room, I remember the fluorescent lights. Cold, quiet, everything sterile. A nurse walked out and said, "We did everything we could. She didn't make it." That moment, time stopped. Dad collapsed. Emily screamed. And me? I stood there, frozen, just empty. The days that followed were a blur of casseroles, "I'm sorry" cards, and polite neighbors saying things like, "She's in a better place." But they didn't see the way Emily cried herself to sleep. They didn't hear Dad yelling at the radio for no reason. They didn't know that I hadn't eaten in 3 days. Grief isn't just sadness, it's confusion. It's guilt. It's rage at God, the world, even yourself. 3 months later, I came home from school and found the garage door closed, engine running. Dad was inside. I screamed, broke the window, pulled him out. He survived, but he was never the same again. From that moment, I stopped being a teenager. I became the adult in the house, making breakfast, paying bills, taking care of Emily, who still drew pictures of Mom with wings and clouds. And every night, I sat in the closet, hugging her sweater, wishing I could go back to a time when all I had to worry about was a math test. People think grief fades with time, but guilt, it grows. I kept thinking if I had made her leave work later, if I had called her before she got in the car, maybe she would have taken a different route. I carried that guilt like a second skin. It haunted my dreams. It made me hate myself. Until one day, I didn't want to live either. One afternoon, a teacher named Mr. Lane noticed I hadn't turned in a single assignment in weeks. He handed me a blank notebook and said, "You don't have to talk, just write." At first, I scribbled nothing. But then one night, I wrote 3 words. "I miss her." Then I wrote more. Memory, dreams, regret. And slowly, something began to change. I started animating what I wrote, drawing my pain, giving it a face, uploading it anonymously on a YouTube channel. The comments? They weren't just views. They were people saying, "This saved me. You just told my story." Now, I tell stories for the broken, for every person who's ever felt like they weren't allowed to grieve, for kids who had to grow up too fast, for dads who still cry when no one's looking, for sisters who talk to clouds, because storytelling gave me back something I thought I'd lost forever: connection. Emily's 15 now. She wants to become a therapist. She still draws angels, but now they wear stethoscopes and capes. And me? I still cry when I smell my mom's perfume, but I don't hide anymore. I speak, I animate, and I live. Not because the pain is gone, but because I know now. Pain doesn't mean you're broken. It means you survived. If you've ever felt alone in your grief, I want you to know you're not. You don't need to be strong all the time. It's okay to fall apart. It's okay to miss them. It's okay to feel like the world forgot. But you matter. And your story matters. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to NX Survive and Tell. Because in telling our truth, we help someone else find theirs. Together, we survive. Together, we tell.